Kumba. And we
Kukum.
are live.
Yay!
Streaming
Kukumba.
our little art and craft stream with our good friend Ella. What's up, Ella?
Hello, I'm excellent. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. My back hurts.
Yeah, I relate. Being old sucks. Anyone
So,
who's young out there, stay young.
stay young. Is that the trick?
Stay young. That's my
Oh,
best advice.
is that what I've been doing wrong this whole time?
Excuse me?
Is that what I've been doing wrong this whole time? I just didn't stay up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I knew I was doing something wrong. I didn't realize that's what
Well, I've been trying to kind of keep up because sometimes people mistake me for needing ID to buy cigarettes,
Right, right, right,
but
right.
that doesn't happen as often as I would like it to happen.
Oh, you want to? Your goal is to always want people to assume that
To
you're too
always
young.
look 17 years old, of course. I don't
Right,
have to
right.
be jailbait to look like one.
Oh, I see. I see.
I'm moving
Yeah,
to my headset, so
Thank
I'm
you for
sorry if
space
it
that
hasn't happened
on the
before.
spec.
clarification there. All right, let me just real quick.
Sorry if it hasn't happened.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, today we're gonna be dealing with some uh, fashion design for my comic here. Uh, not exactly fashion, but more like just outfits and such good stuff. And Ella, you were around doing some research about the aesthetic that we were like talking about and stuff. So yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and sketch out the base kind of forms that I can use. Excuse
I
me.
am so sorry.
You all right?
That that was some technical difficulties. I apologize for that.
It sounded like a fart.
Okay, I don't even, but no, and that was me switching to my headset, not realizing like why am I not hearing anything? Then realizing I need to turn them on. So it
Right.
was a much more embarrassing brain fart than I should have
Ah,
just admitted
that's
live
fine.
to the
It's all good.
internet
It's all good.
to our 0 viewers. No.
Lock this guy. All right. So I got some basic mirroring going on over here. All right. So
Excellent.
tell us about your couple of weeks. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been up to so much shenanigans.
Hmm.
Trying to look at African stuff and then look at Nordic stuff and then realizing how they fit together without just, staying Nordic.
Right.
Without the African kind of getting blipped into the Nordic.
Right.
And it's still a challenge. I'm still working on it. But my biggest problem at the moment
Hmm.
is I kind of have some nice ideas in my head. I'm finding that my lack of transferring them to page is seriously a burden at this point.
So you're gonna get back to doing
Uh,
art? Is what you're telling me?
uh, you know, First of all, yes, I'm already doing that somewhat because I'm trying to get better at drawing fashion, and that's the next thing I'm going to start really focusing on with my teacher.
Nice. Very cool.
Um, but yeah, I'm trying to draw fur, and it comes out like I don't know, one of the Kardashians, and I'm like, God
Comes
damn
out
it!
like one of the Kardashians. What? How do you manage that?
I might be a bit prejudiced to them because of South Park,
That's
and
fine. Nobody's gonna be mad
also
at you.
Kevin Smith. Doesn't he call one of them a Wookiee?
Does he?
Yes,
Okay, I believe it.
on his lovely podcast with Ralph Garman,
Oh yeah,
Hollywood
that's the one.
Babylon.
That's the
Love
one I
it.
don't watch. That's the one I don't watch.
So yeah, Ralph Garman calls Khloe Kardashian a Wookiee. I don't know why, but that
That's pretty.
kills me
That's
every
pretty
time.
fucking funny though. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it makes me wanna purr. Well, Wookiee way.
Right. I can't do it. So what about your personal life? How about games, movies? Anything interesting going on?
Well, you know that I'm completely absorbed by Shark Tank, and it came at the best possible time in my life. It wasn't like I'm trying to currently build my business or
Yeah,
build my
perfect
business
timing. Yeah.
plan. Yeah, and it wasn't like I told that to a friend. They were like, "Oh, you should watch that. That might give you an idea." A friend of mine was literally like, "I think you would enjoy this kind of reality TV." And I've been binging it and binging it. I'm up to season 7.
Nice.
It gave me so much clue about how to build a business plan, how wrong I have been, and
Been
how
so
just how
wrong.
misguided I was. Oh yes, you have no clue just how.
So, what are some of the most important things that you learned from
Uh, Sorry.
what were some of the most important things that you learned from that?
To sum it up, some of the most important things. Well, if a business ain't making money after 36 months, it ain't a business, it's a hobby. You should take it out behind the barn and shoot it.
After 36 months?
After 36 months, that's the Kevin, Mr. Wonderful test. If it's not making money, it's not growing enough, it's not making enough money after
What's enough
three
money?
years.
Like self-sustaining or?
Like growing into a business and not something small that you keep having to, oh, I manufacture so small that I can't make enough money out of it or any money out of it, because any money I make immediately gets poured back into the business to buy
Right.
inventory or to maintain
Okay,
it and
so
stuff.
you're saying like actual profit.
uh, Also, I learned from them that pouring a ton of money into a business at first is the worst thing you could do. Like start as small as you possibly could, pouring as little money as you can. Some of the best ideas over there were like, I literally put like $1,000 into this company, generating
Nice.
millions now. And that's because people who pour tons and tons and tons of money into inventory and shit before testing the market out
Right.
often get stuck with tons of inventory with nothing to do with it. They can't refund
Right.
it.
And if it's good, it'll pay for
They just
itself
lose
anyway.
everything.
So.
Exactly. And if it's good, start small, and people, the demand will be your judge. So if there's no demand, don't make more of it.
Right.
And that has been a very strong guide, because I was like very wide-eyed, very optimistic about what I'm gonna do in the fashion industry, and
Yeah.
nah, nah,
No, not so much.
nah, no,
So
no,
have you had
man.
a
I'm
chance to
thinking
think about what you want to
to absolutely, I have, and part of the reason we're starting this a bit later than we planned is because my mom caught me to a chat, and she was like, "You told me you were thinking about a business concept. What is it?" Um, I don't know if I want to talk about it on the air
do?
yet,
That's
because
fine.
there's
It's still
I don't know
early.
if there's any people listening to this right now. Probably not, but it's something unique. It's yeah, it's a gamble. To sum it up, it's a gamble. When I'll have a prototype, when I'll have something already kind of fashioned out, when it's not just an idea, I'll definitely tell you all about it, because
Nice.
I'm all about online marketing. But for now, it's just an idea, and I want to work a lot more into it to see if it's sustainable. Like, if there's something to
Valid.
build off of it,
Right.
really.
Yeah, it's legit.
Also, I've learned that if you're making an item, any item, I don't know, you've revolutionized the, I don't know, bottle industry.
The
You've made
Bacata industry.
the greatest bottle everywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere. But you can't really, I don't know, patent it yet, or it's patent proving, pending, sorry.
Yeah.
The most important thing you can do is to brand, like to put your logo on every single thing that you sell, because other than that, otherwise, if someone's buying a knockoff and you have the real thing, which is way more, I don't know, maybe high quality, there's no way of knowing, because it's not branded.
So
And a
by
lot of
branding, you
people
mean
pass
having a
by it.
logo and all that stuff?
Yeah, having a logo on everything. There are a lot of businesses that came to Shark Tank, and Like if you would hold this or hold the competition, you wouldn't know which is
Hmm.
which is a huge problem.
Well,
So I took a lot of their advice to heart, all of them really, and
it's good.
uh, it did make me want to be a millionaire more than anything ever. So I hope that drive will be enough to push me into making a business and working 20 hours a day at it,
You can
as
do
I
it.
should be
I
instead of
believe in
playing
you.
League.
You can
Sorry?
do it. You still play League?
Fuck yeah, I still play League.
Is that game still relevant? I don't get it.
To be honest, like some weird stuff has been happening in my life. Depression moment, 1 second. Some good friends have left my life in the past few years, and I found that more and more, like the closest friends, the people I talk to and chat on WhatsApp, are my league friends. Some of them came to visit me in Israel, all the way from Europe, this year, and more of them are coming
Yeah, but all the
in
way
the
from Europe,
upcoming
what is
month.
that, like a 15-minute walk or something like that, right?
Yeah, but it's like, all the people my age, the guys that I used to, I don't know, the people that were part of my life, that I used to hang out with, a lot of them left my life. It's not that many of them hasn't remained. I still have a huge circle of friends that I'm really happy with and really love. But some
You're
people that
welcome.
were a huge influence in my life has left.
Mhm.
And um, I'm finding that I'm spending less and less time with like on day-to-day communication with
Mhm.
people my age than with people who are 20 years old
A
and
bunch of younger people?
much younger people. It's because they're my league friends. I have very few league friends that are my age.
Right.
Like my best buddy right now, my younger brother from league is 20. I've known
Nice.
him since he was like 15.
Wow. That's cute.
Yeah, he's a kid. And he's coming to visit us in a month. I
Oh,
can't wait.
yeah. Nice.
I introduced him to Metal Days. I'm really like a big sister slash aunt, pervy aunt thing for him.
Nice.
It's really
That's good. People
He's
need
way
that.
more mature than I am though, so it's fine. It balances out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that kid was always very very mature. Just has an adult, eye for better and worse.
For better and worse. How could it be worse?
Yeah, because being super super mature from a very young age kind of takes away the childhood, so that sucks donkey dick. But
Yeah.
it also has very much benefits because he's just he's fun to talk to. He has so much logic. He's so smart. So yeah.
Oh, that's legit. Alright, so as you can see, I don't know by the way if you're going to right now I'm streaming this on Twitch and YouTube, and it's gonna go up on my Patreon. But yeah, if you go to any of those, you can see what I'm doing. Although there'll be a
Hmm.
little bit of a delay. Do you want me to send you a link?
Yes, please.
Uh,
I currently have an Artard mouse. He fell on his head and therefore cannot scroll.
uh,
So
that's
anything
highly
that's
unfortunate.
clickable, it is. It is.
Alright, let me send you my. Okay, so my Twitch is www.twitch.tv/thunderstormart. It's pretty easy to remember and find.
Oh yes, I've memorized it already. Link.
Just repeat after me. We're gonna promote it. It's twitch.tv.
Sorry.
It's twitch.tv/thunderstormart.
Twitch.tv/thunderstormart.
Yes, it's
Oh yeah.
twitch.tv/thunderstormart. Branding.
Imagine me lifting my thumb with approval and smiling.
Yay.
I'm doing it as well. And for some reason, as I'm saying it, I'm imagining Felicia Day doing the same because it was a part of community of the guild
Yeah.
that had exactly that.
Yeah, I saw her and the other guild people at
Which one?
just I don't know. What do you mean? Which one?
You said the other guild guy.
No, people, all of them.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Where?
I don't know if it was all of them actually. It was back in 2010. I was in in Comic Con San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were doing a signing, so yeah, they were doing just like posters, like a very well drawn out, like epic poster of them, like painting, like
Nice.
fantasy painting of them in like as their characters, like being badass, and yeah, we got
Hell
that
yeah.
signed. It was really fun. You know
You know what?
hmm,
Hmm? Sorry.
the what's his name? It's been a while, but the kid who
Will Witten?
no, not Will Witten. So
Blades?
they were all yeah, but Blades. That was that kid who with
Vork?
the he's not blonde, but he's got like almost blonde hair.
Blade.
Yeah, the kid who was the rogue or something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Blade.
Yeah. So he was like super nice. He immediately like made friends with every single person in that line. That was a huge line. Like and they were like
Mm-hmm.
almost like like Felicia Day and that like they were almost like looking like they were overwhelmed by all the people and stuff. I'm not saying that they were,
Yeah.
but that's what they looked like to me. But this guy was like right in it. He was like talking, being super nice, super friendly with everybody, asking questions. Every single person in the line, insane. Like that guy is so cool. He's just super
He
super
loves
warm.
it. I've seen a lot of interviews with him and he is loving it.
Yeah,
And he's also super sweet.
yeah, and I mean they were all very nice, right? But they were like, okay, we're signing this and we're moving on, moving it along, and he was just like
So
asking questions
what
and shit and actually communicating, and you don't really expect anybody to do that, but the fact that he did do that like kind of stood out. What's his?
is
Do you know
still
his
young
name?
and excited enough to care.
Yeah. Do you know his name?
Oh, I did know his name. I forgot.
Yeah,
I did
it's
know
been a
his name,
minute.
and when you'll say it, I knew it. I know the name of each and every one of them.
Nice.
It's been a longest time since I've seen the guild though, and I'm a huge fan. But you want to hear something cool?
Mm,
This year when I was in 2017 Comic Con San Diego,
yeah.
I watched the 10-year since it was like 10 years since the ending of the guild, and they had a panel, and I
Oh,
saw
no
them.
kidding. Nice.
I
Full
found out
circle.
by fucking mistake that it was happening. We were so unprepared for this Comic Con. It's a fucking shame, and I'm going to have it again. I'm going to go to another one
Yeah.
someday. Yeah, you'll see. You'll
You'll
see.
see. I'll be back.
To be honest, I was wondering if I need to open another ticket or something because the first one was like a press one, and I'm no longer a member of IGN. So
Right.
I was getting kind of worried if I have to remake my stupid ticket or anything, or if I can use it in next. Never mind.
All right.
Seeing Felicia Day and the Blades and everyone in live was awesome, and I wish they would. I don't think they had a sign in, but there were such major lines in all that area that we never could really get close.
Hmm.
We didn't want to spend all that time like just waiting in the line for. I was not heavy enough into the pops and scene at the time, unfortunately.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have had a Kevin Smith pop signed by Kevin Smith. I'm so fucking stupid.
Nice.
I hate myself and I want to die. Never mind.
Love.
Yeah, I ended up buying the Kevin Smith pops, whatever I could get my hands on in Israel.
Nice. Nice. Very cool.
So back to clothes.
Yeah, I'm just it's okay. We can bullshit for a little bit. I'm making the base, almost like the mannequins that will put the clothes on. Just a basic T pose.
Mm-hmm.
I just did the basic female one. And
Oh,
oh, do you see
I
it?
have a question.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to say it in a second, but I have a question. Is there any way that you will agree to send me some of those base forms so that I could try and uh, draw clothes on?
Oh, just for yourself and your own designs.
And I'll just print them, and I'll
Yeah, no,
just
I'm
be able
happy to
to.
do that. But you can also find probably better ones on Google, just and more realistic ones.
Maybe yes and maybe no. A lot of the ones I found were very too model like. I don't know, maybe brat like. I don't know how to call it.
Hmm.
It didn't seem realistic in any way. The
Okay, I
proportions were
can
really
because
fucked.
there's different artists have their own different masters of the last 100 years have their own idea of the quote unquote ideal proportions and different styles of it
Mm-hmm.
that push here, pull there, whatever. Um, so yeah,
I'll check it.
we can definitely go over that stuff afterwards. And if you want mine, I'll give you mine, no problem.
I want everything.
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 But ideally,
Cucumber.
if you're making fashion for real people, then you probably want to find a realistic one rather than stylized.
The realistic one looks like a runway model because that's what the realistic fashion in the world is like. You usually would make couture fashion,
Well, you
but I
can
would.
find
I'll
like
check it out.
I mean, what kind of person are you looking for? What kind of body type?
You know, 6'8", brown eyes,
Yeah. No, I
answers to
mean,
the name,
oh my god.
the mountain.
Yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
you know, no, he's a bit
Yeah.
taller than 6'8", isn't he? Isn't he like seven something?
Mm.
Never
So
mind,
you're looking for male or female? No, I get what you're saying.
female mostly.
Um, there's a bunch of them. If you Google human proportions, there's a bunch of good ones. Um, yeah, we'll look after. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
you
look
don't
at
need
it.
to put time into it at the moment. Never, not at all.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, so I did this one. I'm gonna do a dude real quick. So what else have you been doing? I heard you've been eating some cucumbers.
Cucumba.
Cucumba.
I love the cucumba.
Have you memorized? I'm sure you do. Have you memorized that? Have you memorized that
The
song yet?
trap. I've not. Um, it will happen though. I have full faith
You're gonna share. You're gonna
that
make
the
sure everybody
cucumba.
everybody knows the brilliance that is the cucumba.
Cucumba. View references below. I don't know. Where would I put the link?
What link?
The cucumba.
I don't know. Facebook. What do you want
Mm,
to do with it?
wait, never mind. It's all good.
It's all good. You got you all done with the cucumba?
I will never be done with the cucumba.
That's right.
Not really. Not
Never.
truly. The
No.
cucumba is now a part of me. As I showed you in the picture, I ate the cucumba.
That's right. You did. I have seen it happen. You have indeed. You have become one with the cucumba.
Yeah. Next best thing to video. I'll video it next time.
You video yourself eating the cucumba?
Yes.
Oh, great. You'll put
And
it.
becoming a bit more watery.
Oh, boy.
95%? And there
Uh,
is that meme that's floating around that we're basically cucumbers with feelings. I really agree with it.
do you do?
So that makes the cucumba. Yeah, we're like 70% water. We cry about everything.
That's
We're
true.
basically a cucumber with emotions.
I cry about everything.
Me too. If you show me like a super cute diaper commercial right now, I might cry. If you show me the ending of Lord of the Rings, I will burst in tears.
You're a good person.
Peter Jackson strums my heart. What can I? My heartstrings? Yeah.
Yeah.
English be hard.
Is it?
Hmm?
Is it?
Occasionally, to me, it is. I'm used to speaking very broken English to my friends from League of Legends because they don't
Because
care and they kind of understand, and their English is more broken than mine.
yeah, I was
So
gonna say.
yeah, so I let myself like kind of slip in quality, and that's not good. I'm trying to kind of recover from that
You're trying to not be a cucumba.
lately. Exactly. So I am sorry. It will happen occasionally that I will forget very basic words and this kind of
All
mess
you
up
gotta
the
know
holy English
is the
language.
meaning of cucumba.
It's something from Drawn Together. It just keeps popping into my head because I watched the first episode with my brother. a
Oh
few
yeah,
like a week ago to introduce it to him. Yeah,
nice.
he laughed his ass off. He
Of
didn't know how
course.
we didn't get introduced to it. But there's the thing in the first episode or the second one where Foxy and Clara, of course, do not get along, and
Mhm.
yeah, Foxy starts hitting Clara, and
That's
Clara yells
because she's a
something
little
like
racist, man.
very racist. She thinks she's the maid or something.
Yeah, I remember.
And Clara says something like, "Help me! She's attacking me like I'm the English language."
Oh my god. Wow.
My brother had to pause the episode because he was laughing so at that
Wow.
sentence.
Wow.
I know. That's very insensitive.
I love it.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. All the thoughts and
It's
prayers.
but it's all because of BoJack Horseman. You can't.
I
I
don't
love
know
them.
BoJack Horseman.
It's okay. Someday you will. It's also because of thanks to Anthony Jeselnik. I'm really happy to give free advertisement to the three people who are not listening to us.
Don't worry, this will
To
be
great,
fame and
great.
glory for all of us forever.
Exactly. Anthony Jeselnik is a comedian I got introduced to by mistake because
Yeah.
I ended up going to Chris Rock's concert
Yeah.
and concert stand up,
Right.
and the 10 minutes Anthony Jeselnik gave was kind of better than the entire show of Chris Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A little bit.
So it was so funny. We couldn't stop laughing, and he has a special on Netflix, so we watched that too.
It's really
It's
fun.
great.
Yeah, that's a good way for the small guys to get noticed.
Yeah, he's different. He is different. Apparently, he's not small at all. He even managed
Compared to
to
Chris
have
Rock,
a show and. Sorry?
I didn't say small necessarily. I said
Nah,
smaller. So
so different. Too different to ever compare. I can't even compare him to Jim Jeffries because his style is so different. It really is a different style of telling jokes. Like a lot of what Jim Jeffries tells about is from his own life. Nothing of what Anthony Jeselnik is talking about is from his own life. Like very, very, very little.
hmm.
So um, he has a very like dead baby humor. I don't know how else to describe it.
No, I think you did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. Yep, I get it.
I missed last podcast on the left. I haven't listened to them in a while.
What happened?
Well, I spend less time in the car, basically, and when I'm at home, I watch Shark Tank, and I don't really, until I'll finish the 9 seasons and get into the current events where I don't have anything to binge anymore,
Mm-hmm.
um, I'll probably go back to listening to podcasts and everything, but Shark Tank is taking over anything else because it's so amusing and so interesting. It's
Right.
so good. It's just,
You
yeah.
learn. You learn a lot more.
It's not just that. I'm fucking
It's
mesmerized.
actually entertaining.
Oh, it's very entertaining. It's very, very entertaining because it's not all learning. It's a fucking show. The sharks put their own money into deals, so when they smell a really good deal, like a good startup, a good thing, something they can really license or work with, they start, battling at each other with the offers, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Sorry.
Wow. Don't do that.
I can't be PC.
That's
It's a
fine. You're
problem.
fine. You're fine. Just do you. Just do you. You're
Yeah, I don't think I've actually used the word hilarious on it, so
fine. Properly in years.
in freaking years. Nowadays, like I used to work with kids for years. Nowadays, if you put me in front of kids for 5 minutes, I'll probably be like, "Oh shit, fuck!" It's yeah.
Oh fuck shit. What?
How
Huh?
do I say that? Uh,
How do you say that word?
I apologize. So I'm not sure I'm qualified to work with kids.
I
Because
mean,
when I watch like the making of Ike's voice, and I see Trey Parker standing next to his 2-year-old, going like, and now you say you're a fat bitch. I just, I know the kind of parent I want to be.
Oh my god.
And it's
I
not
know
the
exactly
PC.
what you're talking about too.
Yes.
That shit was funny.
Oh, it's one of the
Oh
best episodes ever, and he curses so much there, and knowing that all of that was his daughter is just great.
my god, poor girl.
No, lucky. Not only is she a billionaire, she has Trey Parker as a dad. That's like winning the lottery times 1,000, buddy. I don't know how else to call it.
Would
I
you
mean, I love my parents. I adore my parents, but it's Trey fucking Parker.
So you're saying you love your parents, but if you could trade both of them for Trey Parker, you would in a heartbeat.
But yeah, dude, Trey Parker.
Oh,
Trey Parker. Like
I'm not
every
judging.
interview I watch with that dude, I'm like, I fucking agree with every word you say. You are so smart. He's not a dum dum. He's really smart. He's really logical. He's funny. And something tells me that he's got it more together than Jim Jeffries. So yeah, yeah.
Well, that's not hard.
Like I have no doubt that Jim Jeffries is probably a pretty decent dad, but he's also Jim Jeffries.
Right,
So
right.
I do not want to grow up and reaching, I don't know, 13 and watching one of my dad's watching my dad's Amsterdam story
Right.
about the egg.
I don't remember that one. I don't remember that
Ah, the egg story.
one. What
It's how I
is?
got introduced to Jim Jeffries.
Oh yeah.
Either that or Sluts and Studs.
Sluts and studs.
I could probably spill out the entire
His entire career.
thing. Yeah. Every time a man sleeps with a lot of women, it's called a stud.
Oh
When a
yeah, I
woman
remember
sleeps
this.
with a lot of men, she's called a slut. And people think this is unfair. Nah, it is completely fair, and I'll tell you why. It's fucking easy to be a slut. It's fucking hard to be a stud. To be a stud, you have to be witty, charming, you have to have good hair and a fake job. To be a slut, you just have to be there. There are fat, ugly sluts out there. There are not fat. There are no fat, ugly studs. I know the
Wow.
entire thing by heart. I'm not gonna continue.
Wow. I think we're gonna get sued here pretty soon anyway.
I
Something like
watched
that.
it a lot of times with my friends. It's kind of like watching a lot of your, I don't know, favorite movie.
Yeah, I get it.
Weren't we supposed to talk about clothes?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Cucumber.
Cucumba.
Cucumber.
Cucumba.
Jabberwocky.
So, what is your ideology regarding clothes? What do you want to do?
Sorry?
So, what do you want to do with the clothes? What do you think? Because, by the way, do you actually have my video open right now?
It's very slow. I'm gonna try and refresh it.
You do that.
Cucumber.
Cucumba.
Jabberwocky.
Nani?
Jabberwocky. And I need it again. Did you actually send a link at some point?
No.
You should have.
Do I look like a bitch? Don't answer that. Doing all this muscle definition, then will disappear. Anyway, but yeah, if you actually see what I'm doing, then we can talk about that. Know what I mean?
If you were to send me a link, it would have happened.
Oh my god, you're killing me. I told you to bookmark this years ago. Years ago. Alright. Where you at? Where you at? Where is
Never
that
mind,
delicious
already found it.
cucumber? Paste.
Already found it.
It's on our Discord. Which is available to all of my supporters on Patreon, which is at www.patreon.com/thunderstormart.
Lovely package.
Thanks. Oh, you mean the drawing? Oh, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I try,
Well, it would have been funny if suddenly there was like a draw me like one of your French girl Jack photo of you on screen.
Oh, this is based on me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know the old looking in the mirror and drawing
Yeah, that's
trick.
pretty much what. That is much. This is exactly me.
I
So you haven't
believe this
seen
is how
the?
you
Okay,
painted Nidalee once.
right. That's true. That's true. Actually, I did do that. I
I
did do
know.
that. This is true.
Why does this Nidalee look like a dude? All
She
right.
doesn't look like a dude. Whatever.
No, now she looks amazing, but when you were creating her, you're like, why does she look like a dude? All right, I didn't change her shoulder
Oh
width
yeah, no, no, no,
and
no. That was a
everything.
that was a joke. That was a joke because I did. Because that's right. Because I posed. Basically, I did the pose back in those olden times. I did the pose by
Yes.
sitting myself in a position that I want to be, and then basically I use myself as reference, and I just made the shoulders thinner and the hips wider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember this. Anyway, you see this.
The
So this is
old
gonna be the base.
reverse man.
Yeah, so this is gonna be the base female form. Uh,
That's the female. Nice. Excellent package.
excellent package. What?
Maybe it's stuck, but because I'm looking at the dude.
Oh, it's gonna be delayed,
Very much a
maybe,
dude pack.
or maybe it's stuck.
Like
Who knows?
also the chest. There. Now I see a lumpy female.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's probably gonna be about 10, 20 seconds behind. That's fine. So, did you say lumpy female?
She's very curvy.
You know, I just draw what I like to see. You know, there's no statement to it.
I like big butts and I cannot lie.
This is true that I cannot lie about this.
Hmm. So it's a dude again, right? I'm not like seizuring here.
I mean, you could be seizuring regardless, but it is a basically, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna finish this up, and
Okay.
hopefully people enjoyed my.
Oh, coloring it. Okay.
Yeah, so basically I'm finishing this up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about clothing and try a few different things, and this will be like the base that these clothing sit on.
Sounds good, young hobbit.
Wow. Did you hear that they announced like several multi-season show for based on Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, I have not. I've heard about it from about Game of Thrones, and I really hope they do it. I don't care if they suck or not. I want to see more of that world on screen because George R. R. Martin is not giving me any on paper. Never
Yeah.
mind. Never mind. Calm down, Nada. Calm down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
So no, sorry, I
Uh,
have not heard about Lord of like what do they want to do? The Similmillion as a
I think you're trying
thing
to
or more
say the
Hobbit?
Silmarillion,
Similar. I'm
and
sorry, a speech impediment.
and
Silmarillion.
I honestly have no idea what stories they're gonna
For me, the Similmillion is like la 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 la.
do. Oh, it's very easy. Silmarillion. Just say it. Say it with me.
Yeah,
Silmarillion.
Lollapalooza.
Silmarillion.
Silmarillion. It's gonna be gone in like a second. You know,
Say.
next time I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you.
All right. All right. All right. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. Silmarillion.
Silmarillion.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
Silmarillion.
Silmarillion. Cucumber.
Kukumba. Schmetterling.
Schmetterling. Godverdomme.
Tell me
And
all
that's
the
my
German
extent
words
of.
that you know. Go.
Sorry?
Tell me all the German words that you know. Go.
Ein, zwei. I can start singing you Rammstein songs. I'd rather not.
I'll take it. I like Einstein.
Here comes the sun. No, I will not sing. Will not happen, sir.
Why you gotta be a hater, huh?
By the way, Godverdomme is not German, it's Dutch.
Oh, what's the difference?
Sorry?
I said, what's the difference?
To be honest, not too much. It's just some ch in one and then some instead in the other.
What's the difference
That's
between
basically the difference.
Russian and Ukrainian?
No, wait, yeah. I know neither of them.
Uh,
Like, my extent of the Russian language is a lot of curse words and some tumbachka and some, pepenite. And yeah.
uh, uh,
Хорошо, иди сюда.
I have a Russian friend, who says that Ukrainian sounds like Russian but with more curse words in it.
Sorry, recreating what sound?
The Ukrainian sounds like Russian but with more curse words in it. That's what he said.
Really?
Yeah. A
Huh.
Russian person that we both
Um,
know told me
okay. I don't think I've actually heard a lot of speaking Ukrainian
this.
in my life because even the Ukrainians I know, they speak Russian. Like they would say, "I'm Ukrainian, I'm not Russian," but then they speak Russian amongst each other. They don't,
Right.
differentiate really. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think who is the same in all languages.
I think, yeah, it is. It's in Indian,
Yeah.
it's in Ethiopian, it's in English. Yeah, pretty much.
Also, I was sure the word kurva is in Russian, but no, apparently it's
No,
Polish.
I thought
One
it
of my favorite words.
was. Yeah,
It's like an endearment term between some of my friends.
endearment term, you say.
Yeah, it's a funny endearment term. I
Oh, I
have a
see, I
friend called
see.
Nastia, and she's saved in my phone as Nastia Kurva.
Oh my god. Oh my
When you're
god.
not offended by random stupid stuff, the lines
I'm not
kind of.
offended. I'm not offended.
No, not you. I meant generally when you grow
Right.
out of being offended by random stuff, and you get yeah, it becomes your playground.
Okay. Legit. All right. So we got the dude and the guy. The dude and the chick. I'm saving that right now, and you can start talking about your philosophy and your ideas of what you want to explore today, if you want.
Philosophy is a heavy word. Um,
Your design
well,
philosophy. Please tell us everything you know about fashion.
well, the ancient Greeks said,
Oh yeah.
sorry,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If you don't have anything wise to say an ancient Greek saying.
Oh,
Um,
thought it was yeah. No.
exactly, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm
Um.
taking it back.
Well, you're taking it back now. I see. You're
I
taking it
never
back
had it, but I'm taking it
from
back.
China.
I'm Moroccan. I'm still taking it back though.
Yeah, yeah, all right, it's fine. Moroccans can take back whatever they want. Just don't stab me.
Hmm.
Okay, so last week we talked a little bit about who these people are because we're doing like a little village situation.